right, all right. It is the giveaway show number 25. I don't know where these guys came from, but I have some special guests with me, and I have these two, my co-hosts, and I don't know where this guy came from, but he needs to fix his lighting. But we'll start and do a little intro for each person. Go ahead, Mr. MT.
Hey guys, MT with you here with Mr. Paul Comics on the Wednesday giveaway show here on Carlos Collects. We are coming with some good comic news, some awesome giveaways, and hopefully a real good time. So we've got an awesome panel tonight, and we are glad you are here with us today.
It is summertime, and he's the only one on the panel with a jacket.
And living is easy. It's raining and cold here, so.
Is that what it is? Oh, okay.
It is.
We got my special guest today. He said yes, and he is here. Go ahead,
Yes,
Mr. Champ.
How you doing, guys? Thank you for having me. And yeah, today was a good day for comic books. Comic book day. We had two comic book related shows. One of them premiering today, Miss Marvel. So got a black trailer to speak about it as well. So good chat.
All right, appreciate it.
Are we getting a little feedback there from the?
Yeah, it kind of sounded like we were getting the techno remix from you there.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'll fix
from
that.
Champ. Oh, I think you're Okay, and my co-host, as always, the modern guy that I look out for. What are you doing?
I'm
just
always
saying hello.
I'm always here to support the captain, Paul.
Indeed.
The Captain Paul. I appreciate that. Okay, that was the sweetest intro ever, I guess.
Paul Takeover.
It beats Roman's comments, doesn't it?
I mean, man, that's why he's banned. He is banned now.
Oh, I need to invite Roman, don't I? Okay.
No, we don't.
Okay.
All right. I want to thank everybody. What we got? We got Edwin Price in here first. Says get in here, people. That's pretty straightforward. We got JT, 1192, 4-piece sake, always a good hashtag PUW.
Sake!
I don't know what that is, but okay. I read comics. I am here. Thank you, sir. I see that. We got Emily Day. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Michael Flint. Good evening, folks. Here we go. Classic. Oh, here goes Spidey Girl talking about no singing tonight. And we got we got Comic Book Champ. I don't know where he came from, but all right. Hello, Comic Book Champ.
You know Carlos would approve.
And Johnny 5 Alive. There you go.
Disassemble.
Yep. Got MT. Got that. Hello, Spidey Girl.
Give Paul the likes here, folks, please.
Yep, and everybody support Mr. Collects, because that's what we are here. He is on sabbatical. And join us tomorrow for the Power Auction 3000 celebration. Can I say that before you?
Mystery Science Comics 3000.
All right, we ain't doing no singing. All right, so tonight we're talking about, first topic is we're going to talk about the nice official Black Adam trailer that has dropped. I would get each person. Why are you going to take off the thing and then put the thing back? Okay, so we're going to talk about the Black Adam trailer that officially dropped. I myself liked it, but some of my panel members did not. So we were going to get their take on it, but hopefully we will see him and Superman together. So we'll start with MT. Go on ahead, MT.
All right. I did my homework. I'm not a huge DC reader. I didn't know all that much about Black Adam, so I had to do my homework today. And he appeared in a Shazam comic.
Right. In a Golden Age Shazam comic, yeah.
And I guess what I find interesting is the DC, like, their magical characters come out of mythology and a lot of theology, psychology, the 7 deadly sins plays heavily into the origin of this character.
It looks like ancient Egyptians instead of
Greek.
what we're accustomed to from
Yeah.
Marvel.
So what you're you trucking nerd? Why you been, buddy? So what MT is saying is that he was a villain at first, and now he is an anti-hero. Is that what you were trying to say?
That's right. That is very true. That is very true.
Okay, go ahead.
Because what you have is Shazam and Black Adam were both little kids when they got their power. And apparently the origin that we're going to get in the movie is based upon the New 52 retelling of his origin,
right,
and not necessarily from the 40s, because he was a golden age character, right? Like that's why I put up some of these panels here. And Shazam was always the Shazam.
So if you see in this panel, he was fighting the Marvel family.
The Shazamily.
Yeah, well, it was the Marvel family. Yeah, okay.
And Black Adam in particular was more powerful than any individual one. The only way they were able to defeat them was to team up as the Shazamily and kind of go after him.
I don't think it's called the Shazamily, but okay. Go
ahead. That this is obviously where The Rock personally has said he wanted to go, bring Henry Cavill back.
Yeah, so he likes this. Was it Scott Snyder? Is that his name? The guy that directed all these movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that he wanted to stay in that universe. He wanted to keep that universe.
And I think that is a good direction to go. It's kind of Batman v Superman, where you have them fight one another and then they're going to team up to battle somebody else, right? So that's not a bad movie. Apparently, they are going to fight. I thought I had the image here, but I guess not. The big bad in this movie is some demon. They have this demon crown thing,
right?
And I don't remember his name. Maybe somebody else does. But I one character that I do like, that I was aware of and have read before, is Hawkman, and was kind of interesting to see how they are portraying him. I think he looks pretty daggone good in the trailer. I always liked Hawkman. He's got a sword and sandal type feel to him, with his mace head club and winged helmet similar to Thor. I always kind of liked Hawkman and Hawkgirl. First appearance of Hawkman. Right. In the Silver Age, right, Mr. Jekyll? I think I've seen
this book before. Yes, Hawkman is my man. I really enjoyed Hawkman.
Dandegarian race, Dandegarian or something like that, from that race, Dandegarian.
Okay, yeah, that's something I don't even know, so that's great. This would be his first appearance, or one of his earlier appearances in Flash comics from the 40s.
Yeah,
wow.
Golden Age.
Yep.
He and the Flash. Well, they were all Golden Age.
Yeah.
So I love to see. There's something magical about these old Golden Age covers and the inception of these concepts.
Shoot,
they didn't have the code authority back then.
And somebody actually drew these covers. They weren't computer generated.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
So then the other character that's in the trailer we've got here is Dr. Fate, right? And Dr. Fate is played by Pierce Brosnan in this movie, of 007 fame. And I'm not 100% sure what Dr. Fate's powers are. He kind of seems to be like a MacGuffin character that phases in and can rewrite the world or just flip.
He's like a spirit. He's like a spiritual wizard type person, I think, because he can read your mind, but like you said, he can go to different dimensions. Or
he seems like totally OP. I watched him in that Flashpoint animated show where he had God tier powers, and you can't have him on screen too long because he's too powerful.
So these two are basically off of the JSA team Justice Society of America. So they thinking they're gonna bring them in, but I think they said that these are the last two survivors of that original team.
So can somebody explain to me what the difference between the Justice League and the Justice Society is? Obviously,
Membership.
the Justice League was.
Yeah, I think the Justice Society was like back in the day, and then the Justice League is more like the current like
Modern version.
tier, the top tier heroes like Superman, Batman, Green Lantern. They have all the higher tier members on that team.
So the Justice Society appeared first in comics?
Well, they're technically, I think Justice League of America appeared first.
Okay.
But these characters are like the Golden Age. They had the Golden Age Flash. They had him. They had Dr. Fate. They had a couple of other characters in there. I'm not really.
Because I see Alex Ross did a bunch of really nice covers for Justice Society.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. All right, thank you, MT. Let me move on to Mr. Champ. Go ahead, Mr. Champ. Let me know
my thoughts on the trailer, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I actually don't read DC books at all.
Yeah, that's the second person.
And I'll tell you why this is actually good.
And there's a DC book behind you. That's crazy, huh?
No, that's a poster. It actually came with a collection I purchased.
Don't make excuses now.
Here's the thing about it, though, right? The reason why I think it's actually a good thing that I'm not a fan is I see it from a different perspective, right?
Okay.
For me, like every single DC film that's come out is always dark, right? It lacks fun. It lacks dimension. It's always just dark. And the first DC film that I saw that I was like, this is great. They just need to repeat this over and over. Was Shazam. It wasn't Batman. It wasn't the Flash. It was Shazam. I had no clue who she was. I went and did my research. Came back. Okay, fine. The movie was great. And this trailer, when I saw this trailer, the Black Adam trailer, to me, I felt the same vein. Yes, it is a dark. From what I could tell, it's going to be serious, but it's The Rock, and it was a couple of kind of funny moments there, right?
Yeah, like where they rolled up the window and all that. That's
exactly. So I think this movie is going to have that balance that DC has been missing. So for me, for someone who doesn't read the books, may not know the character as well as some other people, I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to it, more so than I was with some of the previous films that they've released. So yeah, I'm all in. The Rock is great. He can't do wrong, really. I mean, probably the best person they could have thought for bringing on board to the DC universe.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he is basically a living superhero. It was close to we have in this world, right?
Yeah.
He is just a giant human being and very, very almost approachable. Very warm and friendly. I will say this: I'm always kind of interested to hear perspectives like yours because and not being a big DC guy, I've actually enjoyed a lot of the DC movies because they were a little bit more serious. They were a little bit more gritty. And that came out of like the Batman movies. You don't get the slapstick humor in the Batman movies. And I think that's what kind of fed into some of these other ones. And like, that's a little bit different from some of these like Thor films that get a little too much.
Too jokey,
funny, yeah.
I agree, but see,
I get that there's got to be more levity to appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, you don't want to come out the movie theater. It's a superhero film at the end of the day, right? And to come out feeling like, well, that was a downer, 2 or 3 times in a row, like. Sure. I mean, honestly, every Batman film is very dark and just, it's like you can kind of anticipate what's going to happen. Let me guess. It's going to be some people doing something wrong. He's going to go whoop some ass. And
damn you, Mississippi.
So, but I'm kind of like with Hector, though. I know the Black Adam character initially wasn't a hero. So I would like to see the character actually remain
yeah, so and he's right. The Rock does need costume padding. You're right about that. Yeah.
No, but I think that a lot of it is an anti-hero, and he is very scarred because his family was killed in front of him, so he lives with that trauma.
Right.
And how do you?
I agree
How
with
do you
Mississippi
become a
right here.
hero when you have a lot of trauma, which is almost the issue with Batman, is he's living with this trauma. But this is what I got from my homework today, is that his family was essentially killed in front of him, so he's kind of marked by that trauma. But
Right.
he is at the heart of it all is a very troubled child.
But see, you know what, NT, that's actually what helps, because it gives you a perspective of why is he the way he is. He's not
Right.
just a villain for the sake of being a bad person.
So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that actually is the reason why we're all going to gravitate towards that character, and I think that's the reason why it's going to be a successful film, if everything else goes along
I just
the
want
way
to
the
say
trailer looks.
I don't really agree with Mississippi, but this comment is actually because Black Adam did have hair, and I guess he's not going to have hair in the movie. So,
Dude, I
but
can't see
yeah,
The Rock with hair, bro. That just would not be a good look.
yeah, I mean, he's a big A-list actor, so I guess
He get roasted for that.
They need to
So
pencil on a widow's peak, just like we're seeing
So
here.
we'll talk to the land. This is the DC guy right here. This dude sells DC all the time, so we get his perspective on the DC movie. Here we go, Mr. Jekyll.
On the Don't Collect.
You're
What
looking
do you-
at a guy who has been buying Do Collect since about 1965. So, yes, you can remove that, Paul. I have my own.
I did not put that there. Ooh, but
Wow.
that's not the same book. But okay.
Ooh,
Well,
that's a good
I
one.
know,
That's
I
an
know.
Aztec book.
So this
Right, this
book
is
right
the-
here is a reprint of the other.
Right. This is Hawkman #1, but his first appearance was in Showcase. But
Ooh, I may have
anyway,
to get that one. I'm a sucker for anything with
So those are nice. That's a nice reprint. You may continue, sir.
with Mesoamerican.
Reprint my posterior. That's a.
I'm a big fan of Mesoamerican monoliths, so that's a great cover.
No, I was a kid. When I was a kid, I grew up watching and mostly DC characters. I mean,
Right.
when I was like I said, when I was a little kid, like in the second grade or whatever, used to rush home from school to watch the Adventures of Superman in the afternoon. They replayed those from the 50s or whatever, and some of them were actually in color. They were done in high quality stuff, so got really tied into Superman. And then along about 1966, the Batman show came on. And I mean, DC was everywhere, and I was buying all the DC books. Everything was Superman, anything that has Superman, action, adventure, Superboy, Batman, World's Finest, Green Lantern, Flash, all that stuff. And I stumbled into Marvel. I happened to pick up an Amazing Spider-Man. I think it was issue 24 or something, and that got me into Marvel. So I was into both of them. I was spending all my allowance money and everything on comic books. But
Mississippi said you picked up a Batman one off the newsstand.
That's what Roman would say. But no, the first comic. I know the first one my dad bought for me. I cannot remember the first one that I picked up, but we had a little sundry shop in town. It was a small town, and my dad used to go in to buy Western magazines and stuff. He loved the cowboy stuff, and I would go look at the comics. And I asked, I don't remember the first one I picked up, but I'm sure it was a Superman. But I remember the first one my dad got me. My dad got me Journey into Mystery 116.
Yep.
And I was like, what is this crap? You know, and then I started reading it, and I was forever hooked on Thor and into Marvel. But
so
enough of that. Talking about the movie,
on the trailer. Yeah.
Talking about the trailer, and which is what I was trying to get to. I'm a negative on this one. This guy right here is the only reason I would even give it a second glance. I mean, I watched the trailer 2 times. I read up on Black Adam again, and everything I saw just turned me off except for Hawkman.
Wow, this is coming from a DC guy. Wow.
It is, and like I said, I read a little bit of Doctor Fate and Hour Man. That was in a showcase, I think, when I was a kid, but they didn't do anything for me. I didn't care about Doctor Fate, and then what this movie seems to me like is a cross between Shazam and Rama Tut, because it goes back to the old instead of Norse mythology or Greek mythology or whatever, Marvel, these guys go back to ancient Egypt or whatever. This guy died 5,000 years before, but the ancient gods, who have also been long since discredited and dead or whatever, embodied him with some kind of great superpowers that makes him look tougher than the Hulk and Thor put together. And
it's all a rip-off of Captain Marvel.
As I said, it looks to me like Shazam and Rama Tut. And that when I got into looking at it further with the CGI crap and everything, and I know everybody loves The Rock and stuff, but maybe if we needed him to strap on a wig and play the Hulk or something. But
here's my take, and maybe you can comment on this a little bit. It seems like all of the DC all the power or the ancient mysticism or whatever it is, all goes back to the Greek pantheon. I mean, even the 7 deadly sins is basically a retake on Plato. And this is the same thing, although it's set in Egypt. They're still talking 7 deadly sins and the demons and the pantheon of the 7 wizards looks like the Greek gods in this movie. It looks like Hermes and Isis, which would be Andromeda, and Artemis.
You're right, but it's supposed to be Egyptian god, of which I go by Mr. Jekyll, and one of the greatest gods was Anubis, who was a jackal. And
I don't think they're going that route in this movie, though, is all I'm getting after.
Okay.
And I'm just wondering what else. Is there anything else? I mean, obviously the 7 deadly sins are a Roman Catholic thing, but it was kind of taken from Plato's teachings to some degree. But is there anything else in DC, in early DC, where they draw their power from? Like you have Marvel, where they came up with the cosmic entities or the negabands, or this guy has the bloodstone, or the Darkhawk had a stone, I think, or Thor had his hammer from Norse mythology. Seems like they kind of pulled from different areas. Is there more of that here in any of these characters? Like, how did Hawkman come to get his powers?
Why is I read Hawkman, and I swear I don't remember.
So your boy right here. Go ahead.
Obviously, we know Green Lantern. Now he got his powers, and they're like I said, the Green Lantern Corps and the. We know how Flash got his powers. It was an accident, and chemical spray. We know Superman was an alien from another planet with much greater density than Earth, and we know that Batman had no superpowers. So DC ran the gamut of all of them. I mean, they all had different ways of accumulating power. I mean, Wonder Woman was an Amazon princess or whatever. I mean, they weren't stuck on just one theme, like being bitten by a radioactive spider or cosmic radiation or something like that. And I have no problem with those stories, because to me, that was a great way to introduce Marvel characters. But Marvel used radiation to create Hulk, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, other than like Thor. And they're popular characters for radiation characters.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jekyll. But your boy had a few books that he picked up, Black Adam related. So this is the Alex Ross he's talking about. I think that's his wife on that.
Isn't that a smoking cover? God, I love
I got this is his first solo series. There is a a Alex Ross one that's way getting crazy. And anytime I see these him battling Black Adam,
So can you talk a little bit more about the origin of Hawkman? Because I'm not really up to speed on him. You mentioned
I think it's a Thangarian that I'm not sure how the Golden Age is, but I thought that he. So this is like a reflector Black Adam, and this is his wife right here, 252. 52 weeks, and I think the other one has her, but that's his wife, I believe. And this is the first Marvel family seeing Black Adam cover, so got that one.
I guess we never did talk about the big battle between Captain Marvel and Shazam, right?
Well, I think, and this is the book that everybody's been chasing, but
yeah, right.
This is a damn, I forgot who did this book, this cover. But yeah, these are.
Is that Adam Hughes?
No, I think it's Boss Logic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Endless Winter. Everybody's saying it's almost like how he is, but yeah.
Hey, Paul, you got a comment in the chat there that is a very good point. And by Hector. Hector says, they make movies for wide audiences, which is true.
Yeah, and, I believe that.
And right. And I am a purist myself. When I go in to watch a Spider-Man movie or something and he doesn't get bitten by a radioactive spider, instead it's a genetically changed
All right,
spider. So that sort of disturbs me because I'm a purist, but most people that aren't familiar with it, they just eat that up. So yeah, you have to appeal to the audience, and you can't always stick directly to the comic.
All right, so we're gonna do the first giveaway, and for the ObiWan Kenobi show going on, I have ObiWan Kenobi. This is the Peach Momoko, or you can get Crimson Reign #4. This is the Raza. I think the Knights of the Ren connecting cover. So I'll just have MT put in starting line, and then y'all can put in, and y'all can choose which one y'all want.
Yeah, there's going to be not a whole lot of competition tonight, it looks like.
No problem. Whoever's here is going to get a book.
That's right. So.
And then I have another one at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for being here. 8 people. We had up to 12.
The faithful get a good shot here. But.
So MT put me a starting line, if you don't mind, please, sir.
Nope. I got you one, homeboy. So this.
Oh yeah, JSA. Yeah.
This is the current JSA, or is this like an original JSA?
This is. I think that's from like after the New 52, I believe. But it's almost like the original roster, almost.
Because that looks like the old Flash to me, right?
Yeah, that's the Golden Age Flash, Mr. Terrific. That's that guy right there. The one in the blue is actually in the movie, I believe.
Biohazard. This Biohazard symbol guy.
That Biohazard symbol. Yeah, I think he's like. I can't think of his name, but there's the Golden Age Green Lantern, I believe.
Yeah, that guy, right? Right.
Yeah, some of the other ones I don't know. Mr. Jekyll got to tell me because
Well, you got.
you got what's that cat?
There.
What's his name? The cat guy. Damn, Catman, I believe his name is.
They did have a Catman.
I think that's him in the black.
Catman. There's an original name. Huh?
Yeah, they did have it. Okay. So while there are,
who's this guy here? Because he's wearing a Shazam outfit, right?
I have no idea. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Because you have Power Girl right there. Some of the other ones, I think they've added them, but like I said, I'm not a big DC guy. I have the DC guy right there, Mr. Jekyll. He knows everything about DC.
But awesome, Alex Ross. I did a nice job with Hawkman on that one. But all right, I'll come back to your giveaway here. Radioactive Man, Joe says. I'm not sure why Radioactive Man has a biohazard symbol on his chest, but okay.
Names. Okay. We write down all these names. There's the name Joe. Well, y'all can continue talking.
Well, I mean, speaking of
Go. Why
The
don't you?
Obi-Wan show. What do you guys think about the show so far?
I mean, I didn't really like episode 3 because I don't know. They just made him like that wasn't the Obi-Wan that I know. I mean, he dragged him through the fire and killed him. I was like, God, Lee, man, how you gonna kill the main character in the third episode?
Here's my issue with it, and it may or may not be popular. It's another bait and switch show. I really like the third sister. Well, they made it supposed to be about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's not. It's about the third sister character. And it's just like, if you're going to do that, just name the show Third Sister. I love that actress. I think she's a phenomenal actress, right? But you've totally depowered and made Obi-Wan Kenobi just like a bumbling idiot that gets led around by a 6-year-old. It's just not entertaining to see your characters be destroyed and demasculated. I don't know if demasculated is the right word, but it's just like, and then when people complain about that part, there's so much to like about that show. The Grand Inquisitor was cool.
All right, we got Spidey Girl.
I hope I didn't run Spidey Girl off by not singing Gilligan.
Damn right, you ain't singing tonight.
You can end the show on that.
Oh, you ain't singing tonight.
And his wife.
Don't you hear what I'm damn saying?
Adam
Professor and Mary Ann here on Gilligan's Isle. Just the last verse.
So I guess what my issue is there's enough room for everyone to shine. Why do we have to make Obi-Wan Kenobi a bumbling idiot? He had one job, was to watch Luke Skywalker, and in the first episode, in the first 10 minutes, he's abandoning Luke Skywalker, and the guy who's supposed to protect Leia, who has an entire planet's army behind him, is doing nothing to go and find her. But like the biggest letdown was the Obi-Wan and
Adam Smasher. Vader. There you go, Adam Smasher. And like I think I don't know why they're doing this. I don't get it. Put you
want to bring in new characters? Great. The third sister, is she a great actress and a good character? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do I want to see more of her? Yes, I do. But it doesn't mean that you have to like totally make Obi-Wan a bumbling idiot to get there. And I don't want to just nitpick every show, right.
My main issue with prequels. The main issue with prequels.
All right, let me share my
Go ahead, man.
screen.
Go ahead, champ. Give us the.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. When it comes to a prequel, no matter what happens, some characters will always survive. So doesn't matter what peril they're going through. How tight the situation might be. Leia makes it, so it doesn't matter what she gets into. She's gonna make it.
There's no stakes. There's no stakes.
I don't know what y'all are talking about, but here is the race. We are ready.
Like a blank screen to me.
Hey man, hold on, man.
You want me to draw something on it?
Blank screen again.
Oh God. Maybe
we're gonna sketch the winner.
Hey, JT Comics Book, thanks for joining us. Balance is the key. You got it, Hector. I'm with you on that. No.
All right, there it is.
Thanks to everybody that showed up here.
You don't see a blank screen now. Do you see a blank screen?
See a bunch of names.
Okay, that's what we need.
I see.
There you go.
All right.
You're getting there, Paul.
Set the time.
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm going to
45 seconds.
45
No, I'm going to put 50.
Okay.
It's getting crazy.
I am doing crazy tonight. Oh, man, I like that. Look at that.
We got a blank screen.
What?
No, this time you're being screwed around with.
Yeah, you're screwing me around, ain't it? All right, so now I am going to hit the start button. Let me make this bigger. Let me make this bigger for y'all.
Flynn. I mean, there's no.
All right, all right, here we go.
Blank screen, Paul.
Oh, come on. Nah, you're messing with me now.
No, it's blank.
He's telling you the truth. There we go.
There you go.
Happens every week.
All right, here we go. We are ready. I am going to press the start button. Here we
And they're
go.
off, ladies and gentlemen, and into
There
the
you
first turn. It looks like it's going to be. It's Johnny 5. No, it's classic. It's
I don't
nobody.
know. I'm liking
I mean,
blue.
why did you
blue
just pause? Just
stockings,
keep
yeah.
going.
I'm liking blue stockings,
Johnny
yeah.
5 got the pink duck. He's gonna win. Come on,
Although-
Johnny 5.
Although I think who's ever Superman Duck, Joshy Craft, is looking strong right now.
I don't know. Somebody stop Spidey Girl.
She's in the position you want to be in right now.
Oh,
Joey
boy.
Sevens.
Oh, there goes Joe.
It's yep. Looks like
Oh,
Joe's got
Joey
it is.
Sevens is going to run away with it.
Neville eats.
Joe's not
Neville's
even
eats is just pausing. He's just like, I'm cruising.
Winner.
Yeah.
Oh
Whoa.
man, Joe.
The
Congrats,
green duck.
man.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Joe the man.
Looking a little
You
greener on the
have
kills.
won, sir.
A little greener
And
on
he's
the
number
kills.
1. Look at that.
Yep, he is number 1. My duck can go for 6 minutes. All right, which one do you want, Mr. Joe? Do you want the Obi-Wan Peach Momoko? What is it? Okay. Or the Raza variant? Obi. Good pick. Good pick up. Obi-Wan, I got you, buddy. And
Okay, we got 21 lined up now. If we can keep them, that'll be for the next race.
all right, Will. I guess they liked your commentating.
Yeah,
didn't.
must have been.
The singing.
All right.
Man, like the pie.
So
pipe.
we will do this. All right, what y'all want to talk about now?
I think we're going to go to Comic Book Champ and get his take on the Miss Marvel, and then I'm gonna,
Okay, that's okay.
Loved it.
All right, there
I'm
we go.
gonna
There we go.
I'm going to pose a serious question to him that I want a straightforward answer on.
Oh,
So
yeah,
go ahead,
here
give us
we
the
go.
spiel. Give us
I
the
loved
take
it.
here.
So, over here in Florida, the kids out of school, right? Watched the show with my daughter this morning. Great. I always look at for her reaction when it comes to these Marvel shows. Obviously, she hasn't read, she doesn't know the Miss Marvel on that level, but she did watch the animated series when it first came out, which also had Squirrel Girl introduce Spider-Gwen. And it actually went through the original backstory of the Inhumans and how Kamala became a superhero or developed her powers based on the mist and all of that.
Wait a minute,
So-
in the cartoon, because this is what I'm trying to understand. In the cartoon they did, or not in the Marvel?
In the
Or,
cartoon, they
Disney?
had a brief, I think it was like 6 episodes. It's still available on Disney Plus,
Okay.
animated series, and it was Miss Marvel partnering with Squirrel Girl, and then later they introduced Spider-Gwen into the series as well. In that animated series, they introduced Kamala Khan in the same way they did in the comic books, where she is an Inhuman. With the Terrigen Mist, and then she developed her powers, right? It's interesting that in the live action they changed it, and from what I've read, it's because of the overall storyline that they're developing for the MCU moving forward. So as you guys know, in the first episode, she gains her powers, but not through the Terrigen Mist, but through some bands. Now, the question, of course, is what kind of bands are they, right? Is it the quantum bands? Is it the nega bands? And initially, I kind of had a little bit of a problem with that before I saw the show. After watching it, the main character is really likable. The editing is really nice. It's like bringing a comic book to life the way that they edited the show. So for me personally, episode 1, great. I agree with Flynn. Definitely great for kids. Definitely great for young girls. I think it's going to be a hit personally. Now,
Really?
as far as her powers are concerned, I know it seems like they're not talking about the Inhuman aspect, but what if Marvel is rewriting the story where the bands?
So Champ doesn't want me to talk about this book, but I am going to talk about it.
What if the bands actually are what if her the Inhuman DNA is there, right, and it's just dormant, and that band actually is what just triggered it?
Well, let's hit pause for just a second here.
Yeah.
Describe what the comic book power is.
Well, she's basically Mr. Fantastic.
You got it.
Almost,
That's it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mr. Fantastic, that's who she is.
And then what do we get in the show?
You get a modified version of Mr. Fantastic. So in the show, she hasn't. Well, I mean, we're on episode 1. She hasn't done the embiggen thing, right? Where she says embiggen and then she stretches out and all of that. In the show, on episode 1, she actually does stretch out her arm to catch someone that's fallen. So I'm sorry for spoiling that piece, but it looks different. It looks just like that screenshot that you're showing, where it looks more like cosmic in the sense of maybe closer to
Force
what.
fields.
Yes, exactly.
And
So
some of that could be very well. It's easier to do the CGI this way than to do a more realistic.
I kind of agree with Comic Champ because this character she is doing what everybody dreams of as a kid. You want to be Superman, you want to be Batman, you want to be this, you want to be that. She wants to be Captain Marvel. Even has her costume almost like hers. I think he's right. I think it'll gravitate towards a lot of the young kids. She is a fun, outgoing person in the comics, and I think
she's basically a comic book nerd. That's who she is, dude. And
she's like what we are, but we don't have. These characters are not real. So in her universe, Captain Marvel is real. She wants to be her. They meet each other. So I think I agree with you. It's going to gravitate towards a lot of the.
And in the comic book, Miss Marvel is a big fan of Captain Marvel, and she does write
Nobody wants to be
stories
Captain Marvel,
about Captain Marvel and whatnot. In the show, she's doing the same thing. She's doing videos related to superheroes, related to the Avengers, related to Captain Marvel. So they carry that into the show. I personally like it, man. I didn't see an issue with it at all. Like I didn't find a flaw. It's just it was fun. So I see this being a hit. And
Marvel stole
last
it from
time I
Green
was
Lantern.
with you guys, someone asked if what is the possibility of Captain Marvel meeting her in the show. After watching just the first episode, I think actually MT was right. I think they will meet at least on the last episode, even if it's just the very last scene. I think they're going to.
I think they're gonna do like in that one comic that I showed MT on Monday, number 16, where they meet up on the rooftop.
On the rooftop, yeah.
Yeah, because I think she's gonna do so much, and then it's gonna catch her radar. Right. But I mean, I think it'll do that to open for the movie.
All right,
the Marvel movie.
So I have not seen the show. I have read some of the earlier comics of Miss Marvel, or Comic-Con Miss Marvel, which I admit I was not a fan of one bit, and I'll tell you why. But here's what I really am hopeful about this show. Really hopeful about this show. Is there a nuclear family in this show? Does she have a mother and a father?
Yeah.
That is something that I think is sorely lacking in Marvel, and I just was so excited to see that in this show. Not everything has to be written for us, as far as our age group demographic here, as far as the heavy collector males. They need to bring in new blood, right? And I think that this show is written for more of a younger audience. Would you agree?
I agree.
Comic
another thing to keep in mind is
go ahead.
Hey guys,
another thing to keep in
while we still have an audience, let's take a quick commercial break and hit everybody up with the news about Strictly's 3,000 subscriber celebration, which starts tomorrow night. Slab giveaways, all kind of great giveaways. So,
you guys want to show a glance of what you're gonna be giving away? No. Oh, snaps! A surprise. That's right. So you guys got to tune in tomorrow to see what those giveaways are.
It's going to be good.
Are you going to show off your book? If not, we should add the graphic up.
So, what is your take on Miss Marvel there, Jekyll?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Miss Marvel came out in the 70s. I did not read Miss Marvel. I have Miss Marvel 1, 2, and 3. One of these days, I'm gonna pull them out and read them. But
not that Miss Marvel. This Miss Marvel that's going on Disney Plus.
He doesn't know that she exists.
Oh, okay,
Pretty
never
sure.
mind then.
No, I do not. As I said, I remember the original Captain Marvel, the one that died of cancer, the one that replaced him, and then somehow Miss Marvel became.
No. I said Miss
Captain Marvel became Ms. Marvel.
Oh no,
So,
my God.
Well, let me.
Okay,
I want to get the rest. Can I ask? I want to get the rest.
Hold on.
of the take
So Comic Champ didn't want me to tell y'all, but
Ooh,
this
that's a
book
good
I've been
one.
picking. So this is Secret Love. So if y'all know she's crying, and you know she says that provocative word, but she gets her heart broken in this, and I'm thinking during a couple of episodes she will get her heart broken, and then we'll see her real true power, like in this book right here. But Comic Champ did not want me to show that, but I will let y'all know because Comic Champ has been buying them up.
That's an issue that I pick up every time I see.
Here,
Comic Champ's like, don't tell nobody.
No, grab it, man. That is the issue I like because it's when you look at all of the other covers, that is one of the most unique covers in that series.
Here's the question I have for you, which I think is going to define whether or not this show is going to be ultimately successful and have a wider audience. Is it a show that you and your daughter can sit down and watch together and enjoy together?
Oh, absolutely. We watched it twice.
And
really, she wanted to watch it again. Wow. Okay.
So my daughter and I watched it during lunch. I work from home, so we were able to watch it during lunch. And then when my wife got home, she wanted my wife to see it as well. That's how.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's
how fun she found it.
He was eating lunch, so your company watches this channel. So.
Yeah,
dude, it's a great show. Look, it's like what MT was saying. It's a family dynamic, unlike the Hawkeye. Not Hawkeye, but the Hawkeye show, which
had Kate Bishop in it.
Yeah, Kate Bishop was there. Her mom was there, but it's a broken home, and she has issues with her mom.
Broken home.
Yeah, this is more of
a has no family. You know, everyone only has one parent if they have any. So I think it's awesome.
So you're looking at the show, or you're looking at this from the eyes of a kid who has, parents that care about her. That was the main focus on the first episode, and then I think they're gonna continue that, of course, but they're gonna now focus on her path. She's already chosen what path she's gonna take. So I think that's what the main focus is going to be moving forward.
Yeah,
and then of course a little bit of a conflict.
I appreciate that, Joe, but I also have other guys on here. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what? Just let me talk and put the camera on Paul.
There you go. All right, Paul, buddy, we're closing in here. We got another giveaway, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, we can do the other giveaway. So, yeah, I guess
you're gonna give away that Ms. Marvel comic.
Which one? No, I ain't. So this week we had first.
I thought you were going to A-OK that to me, or is Winter Soldier a woman in that one?
I think she is. I think it's a. But this is Winter Soldier 2099, or you can get the J. Scott Campbell Hulk number 7, which has. So in this issue we have Thor as revealed. Let's see. Come on out here.
It's a nice looking cover, though.
Oh, damn. May the fork be with you. I mean, not even getting this away. It's got Lego stuff in the back. So, yeah. So, in this issue, you have Thor
Hulkified.
Yep. And he tears him up. In the new issue of Thor, he tears up a bunch of stuff.
Pling game, A-OK means that you're giving somebody away a book. You are A-OKing a book means you're giving it to somebody. Gifting a book to somebody.
Act of kindness. All right.
Or you could say R-A-OK, random act of kindness.
So, oh, look at that. Yeah, I got to put the star line in. Did you put the star line in?
Yes, Paul.
Oh, okay. Oily fingers. That's not true. Look at that. Nice and clean.
We're dropping
it
anyway.
Have we got any? What topics have we got left?
None.
Oh, y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Well, you're finishing up early, Carlos.
Hey, put the camera on me real quick, Paul. I want to show this book off.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Now that we have
champions.
Now that we have Kamala Khan out there, this is a book. If you guys can find this book, grab it. Grab all the copies you can get it.
Before I start,
this is a good investment.
Comic Champ is saying, hold that book up again. So we're going diverse. So we have Miss Marvel already. They already said Nova's coming, so I'm thinking it's going to be him, Sam Alexander. So then, and I'm hoping we're going to get Amadeus Cho as the Hulk. So you already have what, three members, and also,
Yep.
oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. No,
You got Miles Morales on there.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. What he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, champ, you're just trying to give nice information, and people just
pick them up.
Trying. Yeah. So make sure MT show him again. Because I'm show him again because you're obviously flashing. You're flashing.
He's a flasher.
I know I have.
Yeah, he's
3 more. I just got
flashing
recently. But,
look at that. Look at that.
Their Walmart put some out that had different colored logos on them. Those are kind of the ones I have.
We can talk about some underground comics. I mean, MT's good at that.
There is a Neil Adams variant I had signed. I sold to somebody on the show. That book is gonna pop off.
All right,
I'm trying to remember who it was, but it was a Champions #1 Neil Adams variant signed. And
where the hell did you put Starline? I didn't even see it.
It's up there, buddy. But yeah, I think that this is.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. All right.
Who's the Polaris-looking girl in here? Blink. Is that a Blink character? She's got the Nova T-shirt on.
Let's see.
What are you talking about, Viv?
She's got the pink Blink skin and the green hair.
Yeah, that's the Vision's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to introduce that if they ever do a live action. I think it'll be a different character.
Yeah. What is your take on it, Mr. Jekyll?
I'm sorry. Caught me completely off guard.
The champion team. We're talking about the champion team. What is your take on the champion team?
I like the 1978 version, I think.
Shocking. Me too.
Oh my gosh, look on that board back there. Quick, let me get my crucifix out.
Oh, the
son of Satan.
Your favorite
oh man.
Oh boy.
But he fights against the devil in those episodes, right?
Yeah.
Or you could have this guy who's like the big pagan, whatever his name is. He's got
the son of Satan
helmet.
fights against that's pretty cool.
Classic. Jason D. How's it going, buddy?
I think I got this one from Paul Comics.
Hey, on unrelated to what we're talking about, the series Oblivion Song came to an end today. Issue 36 dropped. It was announced, I think, over a year ago that Robert Kirkman was going to end it at issue 36.
Oh yeah, Oblivion Song.
Yeah. So considering it is an option book, you got Jake Gyllenhaal attached to doing the film. I think people are going to now not even think about that book anymore. It is actually a good time to start looking at that. First issue. There's a couple of different variants for issue #1, the pink signature as well as get the main one. Doesn't matter. I would say also grab the last issue. As you guys know, most people kind of drop off after issues 10 or 12, like early on. They move on to something else. So it's probably not going to be heavily printed, and there are no reprints on this series at all. Considering that Robert Kirkman has a tendency to want to turn everything into a show or a movie, it's a good investment if you're into that.
So what Champ is talking about, Image is not doing any more reprints. That's what he's right. So
yes, and when he actually released this series early, he said none of his books were going to have reprints. They're all just one time and that's it.
Okay,
and it was a good series, by the way. So pick up the volumes. There's 5 volumes. It's pretty good.
Wait a minute, where was I at?
I think
here we
Mr.
are.
Jekyll doesn't know what the premise of the Son of Satan books are either. I know it's got a terrible name, but he basically is trying to stop actual Satan, from taking over the mortal plane. It's his sole existence for being.
Okay.
get it's an unpopular title.
He's wearing a pentagram on him.
Yeah, and the pentagram doesn't have anything to do with that. Pentagram's a you should know this. The pentagram's an
Witchcraft
alchemical. No, it's an alchemical symbol that got taken over by Baphomet. Oh my goodness! And my engineer buddy should know this.
He does not know this because
I know that you find pentagrams on werewolves.
What?
Pentagrams on werewolves.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, of course you do.
What?
What?
Is that some kind of North Carolina thing?
You never saw the Wolfman?
Oh my God.
The movie The Wolfman.
Yeah, with Lon
Okay.
Chaney, the original.
I was gonna say that didn't come out
Lon
of Bram
Chaney and
Stoker.
Claude Rains.
The pentagram is an alchemical symbol.
What?
Long before it got attached to Aleister Crowley and the Baphomet.
Hold on. Where are we going with this?
I thought my
we were.
engineer buddy would know that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know how to repair a diesel generator. I just told you that, man.
Okay.
All right.
He's an occultist.
Paul. I know about systems you have no idea.
Hey,
Carnot
man. Hey, hold on, man. Hold
Auto
on.
system,
Hold on, buddy.
Motorola system. Diesel's
what did I
just
do with
one
that?
of the many.
What did I do with this? Okay. So I have the race. All right. Got the race done. 50 seconds.
How many did we got in this race?
I didn't even
22 watching, and we only got 1, 2.
Oh,
Hold on.
come on, people. What happened?
We barely
I
have
put-
half the people in.
I mean, I put in
They
whoever
don't like your
put.
book, Paul.
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
Paul
it's
had to
free.
You
Paul's
have to
leaving
register
people
a
out.
complaint here.
Hey, man, it's free.
David Anderson better be on that list.
Yeah, I put David in. All right. We are ready to go. All right. I got everybody lined up. Race is going to begin.
How about Joffrey Castro? Did you get him in?
Yep, he's in there.
Okay.
All right. We are ready. Man, look at all the people in here, man. I like this.
Another white screen, Paul.
What?
There you go.
Hold on.
Yep.
White screen.
There it is.
Jumping again. There it is. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, I like this. Here we go.
Oh, it's got the alien duck in this one.
Yeah, look, he's got.
Uh-oh.
Jason D, that was not my fault, but I see you in your natural disguise, Jason D. Look at Strictly Comics, boy. You just slithered on in there, got a little paddle. Oh no, that's not a little paddle. That's like
Seabass gonna burn himself out.
That's
So
a
is my
spoon.
buddy
oh
JT.
yeah, that's where you want to be at. That's where Edwin Price says you want to be in the front.
How in the heck did we get 5 regular ducks in this race? Paul, what are you
That
doing?
is
You-
too cool, man. I mean, I just shuffled them a couple of
He's
times,
race
man.
fixing.
Oh,
Nothing I can do. Hey, somebody
Spider
stop
Girl.
Spidey Girl.
Spider Girl.
Oh,
Ninja-
Spidey Girl!
Ninja-
Oh,
Ninja Kick
oh,
Spidey Girl.
Make it a run!
Come on, Jason D.
Oh, Spidey
Oh,
Girl!
Jason
Oh,
D.
there you go.
Spidey Girl! The winner! Look at that.
All right, no, we got to rerun the race.
Shenanigans.
I'm just kidding.
Very good. Very.
Are
What
you
did she
trying
win,
to
Paul?
abuse Spider Girl?
No, I did not say that. I mean, I just said we
What
had
is
to
she?
rerun the
What
race.
has she won, Paul Comics?
Oh, yeah, just hold up. All right, which one do you want, Spidey Girl? Do you want 2099 Winter Soldier, or do you want the J. Scott Campbell Hulk?
She wants the J. Scott Campbell. I'm telling you.
Yeah, this one. So supposedly, like, this is after his wife, I think.
She's a purple pants type of gal.
Yeah, or
She's been asking me about Hulk annuals. I have a feeling she's going to want that Hulk book. Flynn Gang says Hulk. Joey says Joe Scott Campbell. Jason D says J. Scott Campbell.
There you
I
go.
mean,
She
well,
agrees.
The Hulk.
the Hulk. The Hulk. Okay, Spidey
Huzzah.
Girl, that is for you, Spidey Girl.
All caps. She really means it.
So yeah, this one's actually a really good one. So he draws his character's after his wife, so that's pretty good.
Oh Lord.
All right. Mr. Jekyll, do you have a topic you want to discuss that doesn't include pentagrams?
I don't know. I kind of got interested in that. I suggested when we had a little time that one thing that has impressed me in the last year or so is how the monster books have taken off.
Horror.
Everybody wants Tomb of Dracula.
Yep.
Everybody wants Werewolf by Night. And
Man Wolf.
Man Wolf. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw the Mummy's first appearance actually
Mummy,
kicked up a little bit. Yeah.
Frankenstein Monster. I've been buying those up like crap. I just love that stuff.
I'll tell you what, that Living Mummy book, those are hard to get, man. There's not many of those out there. I was trying to buy those here 2 days ago. There's not very many Living Mummy books available to purchase on the internet.
Hey, Mr. Price, what books would you recommend people looking into, or what series, or even like just a small arc?
Tomb of Dracula.
I'm glad you.
Yeah, that Tomb of Dracula.
I'm glad you asked me
Frankenstein
that.
Monster. Although Frankenstein Monster #1's already gotten really expensive.
What?
And the key Tomb of Dracula is, the blade appearances
Right.
and the first blade are, out of sight. There is one issue 44 where Dracula meets up with Doctor Strange. That's also.
What about those horror ones from the Golden Age?
Yeah.
Oh well, you can't if you could find and afford them.
Pre-code?
Like the Crypt
The
Keeper,
pre-code stuff where they chopped heads off on the cover and held them up, and stuff. I mean,
what was the company that did that?
EC.
EC, yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of them. There's actually 3 of them that did that. And I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I took an entire stack of pre-code horror to my LCS because I didn't really collect them to sell on commission. I got like $2 a piece for them. Those books sell through the roof now. Ones where they dip the women in acid and stuff, like the really pre-code nasty stuff like we're talking about. And I regret that to that day. But I will say, I know this for a fact, Mr. Jekyll, like me, collects the magazine size.
Yes.
I think that if you want to get into like really good horror that you've got a chance at buying for reasonable prices, you may want to get into magazine size books. Because Mr. Jekyll has got some awesome ones, including a Filmland one that I sold him here recently.
Classic made a good point. He says some of these are omnibuses. The House of Mystery and the Sandman omnibus.
What do you got on hand that's old horror, magazine size? You got anything within arm's reach, Mr. Jekyll?
No, I'm sorry, I don't. I mean, the closest thing I could get to is some of my horror magazines, and we're talking comics, So.
Well, I think that's still in the same genre.
Let's see what you got, MT.
Well, hold on. Let me look and see what I got over here.
Well, give me a second.
Yeah.
Go, you talk for a minute. I'll grab some stuff.
Man, the only magazines I have are heavy metal.
Those count, baby. Those are awesome.
All
I
right,
can't show these covers though.
All right, hold on. Let me see.
Jesus.
Here we go. We got everybody's running wild right now. They had horror. Everybody's running.
Here's a good cover. Here's a decent cover.
Here's a Grail.
That dude look like he shoot.
Show that Monsters of Film book I sold.
That's what I
Let
said.
me see.
No,
somebody
Jack.
bringing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So this one was what, 1975?
58.
No way.
You've heard of Warren magazines. They did Creepy and Eerie.
Look what he put on there.
Why did you
put that? We're not even selling it.
They wanted me to display it on the Halloween show, and I didn't want to disappoint everybody by thinking it was for sale. But this is James Warren in 1958, the guy who is still around, but who did all the famous monsters, the Creepies, the Eries, and a gazillion other magazines. And this was his girlfriend at the time. And this is a 1958 Famous Monsters #1.
Oh, that's what. That was when they were natural and
Oh, natural.
yeah, no surgeries back then. Nice, I like that.
Nope.
All right, I got some books out.
Oh, there.
I'll show
Okay, that was
All
from what, that 1930 movie or something?
This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
And Mr.
Hyde.
Hyde, yeah.
And let's see, who was it? Claude Rains. Was it Claude Rains? No, Frederick March. Frederick March won the Academy Award for playing Dr.
There you
Jekyll.
go. Thank you, Spidey Girl. There's 18 watching. Y'all hit the like button for us. We appreciate it.
We can get
But
30,
yeah,
if we
thank
can
you,
get 30
Mr.
people
Jack.
watching. I'll give
Thank you,
away
Mr.
one
Jackal.
more.
We got, I don't know what everybody's doing. Look, we got somebody right here reading. He's over here looking through the pages.
I'm trying to see if I can actually show these books, man. I mean, the covers are a little suggestive.
Here we go. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Dracula.
yeah.
There you go.
So this is what, from 1955, huh?
70s.
79.
And these are Curtis printed these books, the Dracula horror books, because they have the comic code, and the way to get around that was to print them in magazine size.
That's right.
Yeah, so in this story, Dracula throws her over the.
That's how Mad Magazine got away with everything.
So this one is 1961.
And you get Tomb of Dracula in this, Tales of the
Hold
Zombie.
on, they can't draw blood on there. What are you talking? What are you
Now
talking about?
here, this Marvel Chillers, okay, Marvel Chillers Giant Size Annual #1 has the first appearance of Lilith in comic book size. This predates that. The artwork on that cover is terrible.
Wait a minute. Go back to the other one.
This is a beautiful painted cover. The first appearance of Lilith, daughter of Dracula.
Yes.
This, to me, should be worth 10 times what that dumb annual book is.
Hey, wait a minute. Go back to the other one.
Bizarre.
So in that time you cannot go closer. So in that time you cannot have blood. So that is not blood on her neck right there. They were not allowed to print out blood. Yeah.
Not on a comic.
In a comic, no. In a magazine,
Yeah. Like I said, that's why Mad Magazine went from comic size to magazine size. They weren't going to mess with that code crap.
Oh, so this one's got to be from the 70s.
Yep, this is 70s. It was done by the same guy who did Masters of Kung Fu covers. This is a Lilith story. I'm big into Lilith. This is the first or second. This is the second Santana story.
Yeah, so if y'all don't, so this is the zombie taking the lady, and she's going to turn into the skeleton later. Yeah. From the last Dracula film. What?
Blade with the Legions of the Unliving Dead. Now this cover, I absolutely.
How do you sleep at night, man? I know damn well you don't read that.
Hide them in the closet, baby. Hide them in the closet.
You hide in the closet?
That is an awesome Wendigo cover. And this came from that Monsters Unleashed with the Frankenstein.
I like this version of the character better.
Who's that guy, Paul Comics?
Oh, Morbius. So in this story, he's trying to keep her alive from the Grim Reaper right here, but he fails in page 12.
All right, so Mr. Jackal, what do you feel about Santana?
I don't even know who that character is.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait a minute. I remember a gal who used to play a role, and her name was.
I told you, man. He doesn't repair.
We're not talking about the musician.
No, I'm talking about. She was one of those horror hosts or whatever.
That is a very, very dark depiction of Dracula. Not very cartoony like so. Very Bram Stoker there. And this is Count Yorga captured on film.
Oh, Count Yorga, yeah. I got a few more books if you're interested in famous monsters. Which, by the way, I wanted
Carlos,
to...
cover your ears. Oh, we are so going to get thrown off here.
Yeah, we are going to get thrown off for this for sure.
All right, let me show Mr. Jack. Hold on, man. Don't give me that. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
We all know the Mummy.
But these are from like 1995.
60.
Huh?
No, these are.
Oh, no way.
Tell them what the
from-
title of this is.
Monster.
That's from the movie Curse of the Demon,
So
1958.
that Curse of the Demon was what? The 1965
58.
one? 58.
Now
Tell them the
this
title of the series.
is one of the coolest books because they ran a
Oh, look.
contest here.
Look at that, Jekyll. We got a tattletale in the chat. He's gonna go tell Carlos right now. We're supposed to be done in
Anyway, listen to my tale here because this is interesting.
Okay.
We used to, when we were little kids and we didn't have video game stuff, we used to put together plastic monster model kits and airplanes, and we didn't even have super glue. We just had the old airplane glue stuff, but they made monsters, and every kid in the world loved the monsters. So they had a contest here for you to put together your Aurora monsters and modify them, however. And this guy won the contest by doing like I said, he took a model train and burned it up and stuff, and took a Aurora
King
Kong and modified him and everything. And it was absolutely great. But that was about 1963.
I've never heard that. So you're telling me instead of video games, y'all put that up in the backyard?
Yeah, put together model airplanes, put together submarines, put together boats, put together.
Did they have screen doors?
No, not my sub designs.
What is the name of this? What is the name of this series you're showing us here? So
this is Famous Monsters of Filmland.
All right,
which was
and I want to give you a kudo, MT, because you sold me a Famous Monsters 27 a few months ago, which was one I hadn't been able to find in years and years. It's the one that had the one-eyed guy, the Ray Harryhausen Cyclops on it.
Clash of the Titans.
That was one that you couldn't even, back in the 60s, you couldn't even buy back issues out of the book. It was one of the few that was sold out.
All right, Mr. Champ, which ones do you have, Mr. Champ?
I can't show these, man. I remember what channel we're on.
What?
All I have are heavy metal magazines.
You can show those. You can show those.
Look, I'll just do a quick glass. That.
As long as there are no hoo-haws hanging out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fast so I don't get kicked out.
I love heavy metal. You got Frank Frechetta inspired covers, painted. I do love a good heavy metal book. Very fantasy era, mostly from the 80s, but into the 90s. This was like a punk rock. Kind of came out of the United Kingdom. Okay.
Yeah.
But these are the later ones where the interiors are color.
This one is, yes. Actually,
I collect a lot of eerie books. I've got a lot of eerie. I like creepy and eerie because they had the awesomest science fiction covers, and heavy metal has got some of the best too.
Damn it, I don't think I can show any of this actually. You know what? You might as well move on.
All right, we are going to move on because somebody wants to be. I don't know what he's collecting, but okay, we will move it along, and we will exit out like this. Oh, we don't need this anymore. There we go. We have.
I think it was a good show tonight. So
it was.
I think it was a good show tonight.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, we have 15 people still in here. People were interested in the heavy metal books, and
we learned that Mr. Jekyll doesn't like Son of Satan because he has a pentagram on his chest, but he does like werewolves that have pentagrams on his chest.
Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all are picking this book up. She gets her heart broken, so it'll be in episode 3 that happens.
It took me a while to accept Ghost Rider, but now I'm a big fan of Ghost Rider.
Well, he makes a deal with Satan, man. So
yeah. What can you do?
He makes a deal with them.
It took me a while to
come around.
You know this stuff is non-fictional, right? So I don't know why you're.
Hey, Paul, you know what?
Conspiracy
I
theories.
want to show. Now, and I want you to look real close. See this? I don't think you have to turn away like Dracula.
I'm just
but
saying, man.
Show me here. Look, see this
The
little tool? Let me
You
tell
see
you.
the smoke coming out of Paul's head?
Let me tell you about this. This protects you against vampires.
No,
It is
No,
silver plated.
no,
It protects
no,
you
buddy.
against werewolves.
this protects me against werewolves. This protects me against Dracula,
You're missing the
vampire.
point,
This right
buddy.
here, boy.
Hold on, let's hear
It's
this. We gotta hear this.
silver-plated.
He's got
It
his,
protects
Van
you
Helsing
against
kit coming out.
werewolves. And it is stainless steel silver plated. The biggest constituent of stainless steel is iron,
So you can get
which
the
ghosts do
werewolf.
not like. Ghosts
Werewolf,
cannot
right?
tolerate iron.
Neither do trolls.
So, like I said, one of these protects you against vampires, werewolves, and ghosts. Now,
There
if
you
the
go.
creature of the Black Lagoon happens along, you got a problem.
You got a problem.
I'm just saying, man. Like those are non-fictional characters. You have nothing to worry about, man.
All right, Paul. Final thoughts.
All right, we're gonna go to everybody. Damn, Joe, I thought you my boy. But why
You do know
just-
non-fictional means real.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Damn, Joe, you
we
want
got
that book
that.
from me?
We
Don't
got
be like
that.
that, Joe. Anyway, we're gonna go to Mr. Jekyll. Thank you. Go ahead, buddy. And dipped in garlic.
That'll work too on vampires. But
All right, well, I mean, are you gonna say goodbye? I mean, we're gonna come back.
adios, Paul. Thank you, everybody that showed up
Oh.
tonight. It was fun.
That's it.
Short and sweet.
I don't want to go to war tonight.
Oh, is that what they?
I'm not selling anything.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll have a great time.
What's happening tomorrow?
The strictly start of the strictly 3,000 sub celebration. I've already been sending out invitations
You ain't
to
sent me out
people,
none.
and we'll be giving away a lot of stuff. We'll be having some heck good auctions too. So show up.
Okay, and thank you, buddy, and Mr. Champ. Thank you for coming tonight, and
Sure. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate you guys letting me on and speak about the trailer
No
that I
Paul
have no clue
tomorrow.
about and the show that I enjoyed.
And
And,
you
you know,
can't
just
escape
to
without making comment about that T-shirt.
oh yeah, he's got Buster
Dude,
Douglas
fire,
right
man.
there. There you go.
Old glass
Mike
glass
Tyson
jaw,
punch out.
glass jaw Joe here.
yeah, actually, you know what, to kind of piggyback of what Mr. Price was saying, share the information about the celebration, guys, the 3,000 sub celebration. Share it in Instagram, share it with people, have people come on. I got a glimpse of some of what's going to be given away, and I don't think you guys want to miss that. So, but I do have a question for the panel. When you say it's the beginning of the celebration, how long are you guys running this?
Through Sunday.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
supposedly, like, we're gonna do all that nice stuff on Thursday because he's on there. So we're celebrating it since it's the channel or it's Strictly Comics channel on Thursday. So we will be doing it tomorrow. But he said that Saturday, Sunday, we can all want to pitch in or want to do a certain
We're gonna try
giveaway
and
one
drag it
round.
out through Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So.
heard.
There you go. So you guys want to, come through on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, come through and, get some of those goodies.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we go to MT. There we go.
All right. Just so make sure everybody understood, the only way to protect yourself from vampires,
Oh, here we go.
werewolves, whatever,
Oh,
is
man.
to buy Silver Age comics and surround yourself.
Yo,
with
there you
stacks
go.
and
Oh,
stacks.
because they're silver.
That's
There you go.
fire.
There's silver.
So
They're
start
silver.
buying right now.
Do y'all know that those are non-fictional characters? Y'all?
Non-fictional characters.
Non-fictional. They're real. Okay, I got you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you guys being here in the chat and listening to us harass each other Comic book champ, I'm really glad you came on. I'm really looking forward to your take since you've got a young daughter about this show. And I think that it's important that we bring new comic book readers in, or it's going to be a dying industry. We need new readers. We need new fresh blood. So I'm glad you could lend that perspective here tonight. And Paul,
yeah, thank you, champ. It was good to have you here.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Yeah, and thank you all again.
Hey, you just cutting me off here? I was about ready.
Oh, you were done. You said Paul.
I was ready to start talking Paul. No.
You
We're
said
done. I was
Paul.
going to talk up fearless leader here, but no. Take it back.
Okay, well then, I mean,
thanks for having me on, Paul. Always a good time with Mr. Paul Comics. Never a dull moment.
Never
appreciate it.
That's
appreciate it. I just want to thank the panel that's showing up with me tonight, and for the chat and the support for everybody. I really enjoy it. We all give each other stuff, but we all on the low we talk and we change information with each other about certain comic topics. But also too, I like the chat always engaging with us and letting us know their opinions or their thoughts on certain things. But tomorrow on my for Thursday, I will be giving this away for the purchases on one round. This will be given away for purchases. All that he's talking about for tomorrow will be given away.
Kinley Superman.
So join us tomorrow, and we'll have a great time celebrating 3,000 subscribers. Everybody that comes in here and sub up to Carlos, and like I said, thank you to my panel that came out tonight. They had great opinions or great thoughts on their stuff, and we'll check it out next Wednesday. But honestly, come back. I don't know what they're doing.
Stop watching.
I don't know what they're doing.
Just recommending books. Read your comics, guys. Read them.
Yeah, so I appreciate it. And check us out tomorrow and hit the like button. And we will be back next Thursday. Where's that?
Come back next Wednesday. Come back Monday for Monday Hauls. Come back Wednesday for another Paul Takeover Wednesday.
Yes, sir. All right. We will see y'all.